NYCC Prime Day, Funko pre-orders finally being delivered. Guys, let's do a mail call. Hey everyone, welcome into Jar's Toy Emporium, and we are finally back. Now, I know I've taken a little bit of a hiatus from the channel. As you guys can see behind me, we have done a lot of work to the studio, and that is partly to blame for the lack of content lately. The other part of the lack of content is due to some laziness on my part, but we won't talk about that right now. But like I said, as you guys can see, we have a whole new studio. We've still in the same spot, but we have revamped it, we've updated it, we've changed a lot of things. You guys can now see a lot more of my collection behind me, which I am very excited for you guys to be able to see. These shelves are not in their final form, I'll be the first to admit that. We still got a lot of changing and moving around until I finally have the ones facing that I really want you all to be able to see as well as me. However, I think this is a good start, and I'm very excited to eventually take you guys on a studio tour. However, that studio tour is not happening today because I thought today would be a great opportunity to show you guys some of the things that I have picked up lately. We've had a lot of things happen since the last video on this channel, such as NYCC, we've had Prime Day, and we've also had some pre-orders that I've been waiting on for a very long time to finally get delivered, so I thought I'd show you guys a little update of some things that I've recently picked up. Now, I think it'd be fun to start off with Prime Day because, as you guys know, Prime Day is that special day of the year where if you are a subscriber to Amazon Prime, you get a lot of discounts on some very cool things, and if you are a big collector, usually there are a lot of collectibles on sale as well. Funko is no different, and I gotta say, this was a very good Prime Day sale for Funko collectors because I was able to pick up quite a few things, and I am very excited to show you guys all that I got. Now, when Prime Day comes around, there's usually some things that I prioritize. There are certain pops that I really like to go after that I really kind of want throughout the whole year, but I know if they are not top sellers, but they're still ones I really want, I can usually hold out and get them for a sale on Prime Day, but more on that in a second. Starting off, I think we will just go with a normal 4-inch pop. However, it is one that I've been waiting to add to my collection. I've missed it on sale quite a few times, but this time I decided just to pull the trigger and pick it up, and that is actually Mobius from Loki. As you guys can see, this is a great looking pop. I absolutely love Loki Season 2. If you guys have been keeping up with the MCU, Loki Season 2 has been one of the best Marvel shows, if not best shows I have ever seen, and is definitely one I am very intently watching right now. We have the season finale coming up this week. I am super excited for that. However, Mobius was one I definitely needed to add to my collection. As you guys have seen some of the Season 2 pops we were getting, Mobius is getting some even more love with some cool outfits and some cool things that they're doing with that. So this one from Season 1 was definitely a must-have, and for $5, I really couldn't pass it up, especially with some of these other cool ones that I got as well. Now, I know I said there are some things that I normally like to prioritize on Prime Day or when Funko has a big sale, and I told you a little more on that later, but how about we dive right into that? Now, as you guys just saw, that was a 4-inch pop, a normal size Funko Pop. When Prime Day and Funko sales come around, there are some things I like to prioritize, and those things I like to prioritize are actually the Pop Deluxes. If you guys are familiar with the Deluxe Pops, they're usually come in a much bigger box. Sometimes they're part of a Build-A-Scene, sometimes they're Funko Pop Rides, which I kind of consider in that Deluxe category, and usually this is a great time to get them, especially if there's a whole set that you've been waiting to get as well. You guys can't really see, but on these top shelves, I do have a lot of the Build-A-Scenes or the Deluxe Pops. I am a huge fan of them, and I did pick up quite a few on Prime Day this year. Now, the first Deluxe Pop I want to show off to you guys is actually one that I've been really waiting to get, waiting for these to go on sale, and I know they've been on sale a few times. However, I was able to pick up a couple out of the set, and that is actually the Buyer's House right here from Stranger Things. This one happens to be Hopper, which he is in the normal world. He is not in the Upside Down. I think this one is awesome. These are some really, really great pops. I absolutely love this Stranger Things set. As you guys can see, there are the 4 on the back there. You've got 11, you got a Demogorgon, you got Will, and obviously we got Hopper right here. Now, one thing I will say, a lot of people complain about Amazon shipping. I am one of those people. However, I will say most of these came in very great shape. Surprisingly enough, the ones that took the most damage were ones that were already in sorters. That leads me to believe that they were probably damaged before they were shipped to me. However, they weren't so severely damaged that I was really upset by it and wanted to return them. I was okay, especially for the deal that I got on them, and this Buyer's House Hopper was definitely one of them. However, continuing with Stranger Things, I was actually fortunate enough to be able to pick up another one from that set, and that is the Buyer's House Will. Again, this is a set I really, really do want to complete. I'm still waiting for the 11 and the Demogorgon to go on sale. They were on smaller sales, but however, it was only a few dollars off from their original price of $25, so I figured I'd go ahead and wait on those, but I would go ahead and pick these up while I had all the free shipping and the benefits of Prime Day. Now, if you thought the Deluxe deluxe pops were going to stop there, you are sorely mistaken. We have a bunch more deluxe pops we're going to be getting to, and they're actually all from the same line. I was fortunate enough to be able to complete a whole Build-A-Scene line on this Amazon Prime Day because each one of these pops were actually 50% off, bringing them down from their original price of $25 all the way down to $12.99. Now, this Build-A-Scene set has been one that I have wanted ever since it came out. I think it is one of the best Build-A-Scenes they've done, and as a Marvel fan and as a Spider-Man fan, this was definitely a must-have for me. So without further ado, I was able to pick up the entire Sinister Six Spider-Man collection. As you guys can see right here, here is Spider-Man, and I have to say, this is one of the best Spider-Man pops I think Funko has ever made. As you guys can see here on the back of the box, we have the entire Sinister Six with Doc Ock, Vulture, Sandman, Mysterio, Electro, and Kraven. Now, I'm a big gamer, and Spider-Man 2 actually just came out. You do see, a little bit of a spoiler, you do see quite a few characters in the Spider-Man Gamerverse. This is such a great set. It is a really, really cool set once you get it together. And if you guys are a fan of seeing Build-A-Scenes completed and put together as much as I am, make sure to go down in the description below. Go to my Instagram page. There's going to be a link right there. And I actually do a lot of unboxings of these things on the page there. And you guys are able to see what the finished product looks like if it's something you've been on the fence about getting. Now, next up on the Sinister Six set is actually another one and one of my favorite members of the Sinister Six, and that is Doc Ock. As you guys can see right here, this is a great Funko Pop mold. Really was a big fan of it, and this is actually the first one of the Sinister Six set that was revealed. As you guys can see here on the back, all the rest of them were blurred out, so obviously we kind of had an idea of which ones we were getting, but that is one of the cool things that they do with the Build-A-Scenes is they blur out the back, so it is a little bit of a mystery for you while you're waiting to get them in the mail. Now, I did talk about shipping and how Amazon usually isn't always the best at shipping. These actually came in very great shape. I was very impressed by the shipping that I did get from Amazon. However, one thing that I have encountered with Amazon quite a bit is sometimes they do forget to put stickers on the pops. So I got Spider-Man back out, and I still have the Doc Ock, and I'm going to show you guys the front of him, and you guys will probably be able to see what I'm talking about. As you guys can see here on the Spider-Man, he does have that Beyond Amazing Collection sticker on there, whereas the Doc Ock is actually missing it. I had two pops come without the stickers on here, and sometimes what you can do is you can reach out to Funko and ask them if they can send you replacement stickers. However, when I did that this time, they actually said they didn't have any of the Beyond Amazing Collection stickers in stock, so I'm a little bit out of luck right there. One thing I might look to do in the future is if these go on sale again for an even more discounted price, maybe I've seen them sometimes as low as $4 or $5, I might grab another one just to see if I get lucky with the sticker. However, for now, I am very happy just to have the pops. Now, moving on from Doc Ock, we actually have the Vulture right here. Now, this is another one that is unfortunately missing that Beyond Amazing Collection sticker. However, I am still very happy with the pop. The box is in really good shape, as I've said multiple times. I was very impressed by. And guys, this is a really, really great pop. If you're a fan of the old school Beyond Amazing, all those things like that, this Vulture is really, really great. As you can see, it is more his comic book traditional character design with his little more realistic kind of looking suit. I really am a big fan of this Vulture, and I cannot wait for you guys to see me put all these pops together on my Instagram page. Now, moving on from Vulture, we actually have my favorite member of the Sinister Six, and that is Mysterio. Now, Mysterio, I absolutely love this pop, and a little spoiler, you might see this mold again here in a little bit when we continue throughout this video. However, this Mysterio pop is absolutely awesome. Mysterio is my favorite member of the Sinister Six, and he's actually one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. I love his character design, I love his illusions, I love just the way his suit looks. I'm a sucker for a cape, and obviously Mysterio has a great cape, so this was a really great one to be able to pick up as well. So with half the Sinister Six down, we are going to be moving on to Electro. Again, another more comic book accurate version of Electro. However, another really great pop. As you guys can see, I love the little art that they do on the back of these. Build-A-Scenes normally they have, as you guys can see right over here, the cool picture kind of depicting him in the comic book form, but still in a Funko figure. A really great pop nonetheless, and we have two more members of the Sinister Six to go. Next up is actually one that has been very prominent lately if you are a gamer. I talked about the Spider-Man 2 game coming out recently, and this character was very prominent in that game, and that is actually Kraven. Now, Kraven is a very, very cool character. This is one of the best Kravens that we've ever gotten from Funko. There's only a couple of them out there, however, I really like this one. I like his crouch stance. He's obviously got the really cool leopard and prints all over him from the skins, from the things that he has taken out as a hunter. This is a really great one, and another one that I am really excited to have as part of my collection, with this being the only Kraven I do have. Last but certainly not least, we have the Sandman. Now this is a really great Sandman pop as well. This one is a little more obviously comic book accurate, but this Sandman actually usually holds up. Most Sandmans that we've gotten throughout the years have that typical green striped shirt on, usually the same hair, so this one is actually one that holds up very well, even if you are a collector of mostly just MCU things. This is a really great one. Again, super excited to have this entire Build-A-Scene in part of my collection now. Couldn't pass up on that deal of $12.99 a piece. I really have never seen them all at that price like that before. I have seen some for a little cheaper. Like I said, I've seen Sandman actually for as low as $4 or $5, but sometimes that means they have the special edition sticker, so you do just have to be a little bit aware of that if you aren't a special edition sticker collector. Now that was all the things I got from Prime Day. As you guys can see, I went a little crazy with the deluxe pops. Like I said, that's kind of my goal whenever Funko has sales like that. I like to get some of those bigger pops that are a little bit harder to get your hands on usually, because $30 is a hefty price tag, or in this case $25, so perfect time to pick up something like that. However, we're going to move on to NYCC now, and as you guys have heard, I did do a video on NYCC talking about the Freddy Funkos. I really didn't feel a need to do one on the pop exclusives that they had this year because there weren't many I was very excited about, but there were a couple I did pick up because they were must-haves for my collection. Starting off, we're going to be going into the Marvel Universe yet again, and we actually did pick up the High Evolutionary Funko Pop from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. As much as I hate this character, I love him because of how good he was portrayed in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 movie. This is a really great pop. I love kind of the purple metallic suit that he kind of has on. You can't really see it, but it does look really, really good. This is such a good character in the movie. Even though you hate him by the end of it, it is still an awesome pop to have as part of your Guardians collection. Last but certainly not least, we are jumping away from Marvel and into TMNT. We finally got another Mutant Mayhem pop, and when this pop got announced, I was genuinely happy, and that is none other than Ray Fillet. As you guys can see right here, he looks great as always. I love Ray Fillet's character in the Mutant Mayhem movie. Super, super cool. He's got his knife. The box art on the Mutant Mayhem pops is awesome with all the great colors and things like that. I hope you guys liked my rendition of Ray Fillet. However, this is a great pop for my Mutant Mayhem collection. Now, before we move on from NYCC, there was some Freddy Funkos that were absolute must-haves for me, and I was able to pick up one of them. And the first one I'm going to be showing to you guys is actually Freddy Funko as Mysterio. Now, I told you guys we would be seeing the same Mysterio mold in a few minutes, and here we are right with this Freddy Funko as Mysterio. This is an awesome, awesome pop. I am a huge Spider-Man fan. He is probably my favorite Marvel character, so when I saw this Mysterio being my favorite Marvel Spider-Man villain, this is absolutely a must-have for me, and I think this one just looks absolutely fantastic. Now, I will say, a lot of people have been complaining about how these were shipped. It did take me quite a few days to hunt down one in good condition like this one. However, I was lucky enough to find one in mint condition, and I couldn't be happier to have this one in my collection. Now, I wish I had the time to actually take these pops out of box and show you guys what they look like. However, with such a big mail call video, we really don't have time for that. So, like I said, if you guys are interested in seeing them out of box, make sure to go down in the description and go check out my Instagram page. I'm really trying to promote that and get to close to 200 followers by the end of the year. We are getting close, so I'm super excited about that. However, if you do see a pop in this video that you really would like to see out of box, make sure you go check that out, because more than likely there will be one on that page for you to look at. Now, shifting over to pre-orders, one thing that I have been waiting on and super stoked about ever since it got announced was actually the 332nd Trooper right here. Guys, the Ahsoka clone troopers in the Clone Wars were some of the most iconic, and when we finally found out we were getting one, I was so pumped. I've been waiting for this thing for months now, it feels like. Finally having it in hand is absolutely amazing. As you guys can see, it's got that awesome Clone Wars box art on the side. I absolutely love this pop. I think it looks amazing, and I really think it's going to look great in a picture with good old Captain Rex. Now, speaking of pre-orders that finally came in the mail, I was super excited to finally get my Hyperspace Heroes Hera and X-Wing Starfighter. This pop is absolutely awesome. This one got delayed for me twice. Now, I know a lot of people didn't have to deal with the Amazon delays. However, I 2 times had to go on Amazon and say, yes, I do still want this product. Please don't cancel. And finally, it did show up in the mail. Guys, this is one of the best pop rides I think they have ever made. Me being such a big fan of the X-Wing, I love it. Hera's such an iconic pilot, one of the best pilots in the entire galaxy. And one thing you really can't see in the back there is she does have a little orange chopper right back in there. They kind of did him a little dirty because they didn't really give him a good paint job. However, at least he is still back there. This one is awesome, and if you guys are a fan of Star Wars Rebels or just X-Wings or anything like that in general, this was definitely a must-have pickup. Now, as you guys can see, we added a lot of things to the collection. However, we're not quite done yet. I do have one more package that I actually haven't opened yet. As you guys saw, everything in here was already opened. I did go ahead and open that because I knew if I waited, this would be a really, really long episode. However, there is one thing that I didn't open because this was actually sent to me by a good friend of mine, Mr. Jonah or Jonathan in the Slapshot Pops Blue Team chat. He sent me over this package right here. Now, one thing I know for sure is in this box. It was one of the things he was very, very nice enough to send me. And I'm excited to show you guys because I think it's really cool. But he did tell me that there was a little bit of an extra surprise in here. Have no idea what the surprise is. However, I've been waiting for a little while now to get into this box, and I cannot wait to open it up. Now, I'm actually doing this video the day of I got this box in the mail. I figured it was time to actually start opening some things, and I'm super, super excited to open this bad boy up and see one of the things, like I said, I know for sure I'm getting, and I'm super pumped about it. But I am excited to see what the little surprise he said he threw in there was. And I see the one thing that I know for sure he was sending me, and I am super, super excited about this. And I might be the only one that's excited about this because I know a lot of people are hating on it. But guys, I'm a huge zombie fan, so Freddy Funko as zombie right here is really, oh, you can't really see it because of the light. Here he is though, Freddy Funko as a zombie, kind of in that grayscale color. I think this thing is really, really cool. Now, I know a lot of people are hating on this pop because it did get a similar mold previously at last year's NYCC. However, I do think they did some cool things, such as doing grayscale. They have a couple of other ones. They have one that glows in the dark. They have a glitter one. I really do like the Freddy Funko zombies, and I kind of want to army build them if I'm being honest with you. Jonathan, again, thank you so much for sending me these things. I am so appreciative of this, guys. This is a limited to 3,000 piece Freddy Funko as a zombie. I think it looks really cool. He's got some scarring. He's got some flesh rotting away, which looks really great. And I cannot wait to add more of the Freddy Funko zombies to my collection. However, like I said, he did say he sent us one more thing. And there's one more thing he actually seems to have put in a little Boom Loot mystery box sorter. So I'm very interested to see what this is. He said it was something. I'm really excited. I have no idea what's in here. Let's go ahead and open it up together. I will show you guys as I pop it open. Let's see what Jonathan sent us over, guys. I'm super excited to see what's in here. And, oh my gosh. Jonathan, dude, ain't no way. Guys, oh wow. This thing is amazing. I had no idea he was throwing this in the box, and he really should not have done this. Wow, guys. He sent me, this is incredible. He sent me the Freddy Funko as Casey Jones. Guys, you guys know how pumped I was for this pop to be announced. And, oh my, Jonathan, I can't believe you sent me this, dude. This thing, limited to only 3,500 pieces. Wow. This thing looks way better in person than I could have ever imagined. Wow. And it's like, it is perfect. It is pristine. Holy cow. Jonathan, dude, thank you so much for sending me this. I'm like getting sweaty because I'm so excited to have this thing in my hands, but holy cow, this thing is absolutely amazing. Jonathan, I'm going to owe you big time for this one because this thing is, guys, look at this pop. Wow, this is the first Freddy Funko from the Ninja Turtles line that I've ever been able to have in my collection. Because if you guys are familiar, the Freddy Funkos that are actually in pop form and not in soda form are very, very expensive. So this one means a lot to me to finally be able to have one in my collection. I really don't know what to say other than thank you, dude. Thank you so much for sending me this pop. Wow. That's going to do it for today's video. I really don't know what else to say other than thank you to Jonathan for sending me this thing. This thing is absolutely amazing. I am so excited to have it in my collection. Wow. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really don't know what else to say other than I need to get this thing in a hard stack ASAP. Jonathan, thank you so much for sending that. That means the world to me. You guys continue, the community just continues to amaze me with how nice and, you know, generous people are. I mean, he just sent me this, included it with that other pop, the awesome Freddy Funko Zombie, which thank you so much for that one, but this thing is amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If that doesn't deserve a like and a subscribe, I don't know what does, but go down in that comment section below. Let me know what your favorite thing that you guys saw me pick up in today's video was. I am blown away to have this pop in my collection. I'm just super stoked about it. Jonathan, thank you so much for sending me this pop. It is absolutely amazing. It is one I will have in my collection forever. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.